I'm just going to continue this. This is the fourth tape, if it'll go up or anybody even cares to listen to it. I've just told about my kidnapping on all the videos and this prior and being brought to Moulton, Alabama, and near NASA, Redstone Arsenal, and the connection there to I'm a hostage. So I'm just going to put it here. The last years I was flown out to Flint's October of '83 because I'd written a medical malpractice book, MD License to Kill. It was about programming and mind control. This is back then, and it had connections to Emory and Center for Disease Control. The mind control that, to my knowledge, was not, well, yeah, it wasn't indirectly. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that at the moment. I wanted to focus on this. I tried to get background, and then the tape runs out. Um, I'm allergic to chemicals. It was after I was flown out at Flint's, and Larry McDonald, a congressman doctor, his plane was shot down August the 31st of '83. That um, Larry Flint uh, leased me a car for a year, and I never saw him again or heard from him again. And then I was just put on the side of the road again. And believe me, the media, WDBJ7, Channel 10, the local in Atlanta, guess who typed my book, and I paid the girls to type it? The Georgia Bureau of Investigation. It was I'm sorry, I'm really sick this morning. The lab, the crime lab. I called her. I run an ad in the Atlanta Journal because I was trying to live. I was being harassed, and my kids threatened going to the law. Had a letter from the FBI, U.S. Attorney, ongoing investigation, national security involved. I thought it was just because of the book I was writing and the doctors. Later, after being out at Flint's, I found out I'd been kidnapped from Buckingham Palace. And I've got this on other tapes. So that made it so bizarre that one of the FBI agents yawned, and this is in '82 in Atlanta. When I was on the street again, I'd had antifreeze put in me April Fool Day of '80, and the book was shut down then, of course. I should have died and didn't. You can call it a living death. But anyway, I'm going to just jump to this. They've used my, no, I want to get back to what the FBI agent said. He pretended to yawn. He said, what you're telling people bores them. It's not until they find out how it affects them that they care. And when I had the Flint car, Larry Flint Hustler leased car, I was actually pumping gas in Grottoes, Virginia, at Philip Reineke's, and the FBI agent came in knowing. And it was later that I remembered there was a picture of him and my husband at Brown Engineering back in 1962 in Huntsville. So now he's up here where I am, and he's supposed to be retired. And I don't know if that's his name or not, Noe, N-O-E. But he came in to get his gas and all that, and I'd pumped the gas for him. And he told me, he said, they made it so ludicrous, he means the FBI, that everybody knows you're telling the truth. It gives them a chance to help you or walk away. Well, they not only walked away, they helped the law enforcement. And what's been done to me, you talk about bullies and criminals. But anyway, this is what I'm trying to tell about now. I'm allergic to chemicals, and that's what they've used on me. My immune system attacks itself when I'm in an area that's closed in, and it's being deliberately done, and that's exactly it. Carl Barton, retired Virginia state trooper, when they took me to affordable corporate suites, it sounds like they're doing me a favor. This is August the 14th of '09. Paid the security deposit, and I paid 17 months myself. Had nothing to eat, hardly anything, pinto beans, just to have a place to live and get paid to have chemicals soaked in chemicals. And everybody knew it. The manager, she had her apartment for a long, long time. She had retirement, etc., etc. So she wasn't going to give it up. And after all, nobody's getting prosecuted. So I got lists and lists, and I can't get an attorney, and that's the whole thing, should I ever get to go home. But I'm just going to put this. Quality Inn, the Shaw and the Patels have been part of who's doing this. here in Roanoke area in Troutville, and I just came from there. I'm being run and nowhere to go, and I go and I get gassed again, made to look like a fool because people don't want to hear what this country's doing. If they got a slice of this pie, unless it ever comes down on them. So this is, I lived here for 14 months, from January the 12th of 13 until the Shaws and Patels bought it out. And I wasn't, I had a lot of problems during that time because there was mold and mildew in the place is old. But I managed to live here. It had a beautiful courtyard, and Germans owned it, but it was a holding company that ran it. So I still had the maintenance guy. Name was Sonny. I don't know his last name, but it's hell. They get stuff. The law enforcement, the FBI, they get stuff on the local and state, and they help out. And they drop charges. They'll get charges on people or their kids, and in return for them helping do things to me, they'll drop the charges or lessen them. Anyway, I'm trying to tell the whole mess, and I wanted to tell this. I've called the local TV. They all know about this. They won't do a thing about it. But anyway, this is Quality Inn here. And there was a big article, and it'll go out again, about the Shaw's opening, entrepreneurs and Patels, and how wealthy. They leave out all the crap that's being done to me. They had Bob Goodlatte, the U.S. Congressman from Roanoke. He's head of intelligence committees, judicial, or over. Right at the moment, I'm not looking at it. It's either judicial or intelligence, and a couple of others. I've been in their office here. I was told when I went out, they know about my kidnapping, about all of this, the mind control murders. And when I left his office the last time, I was in there many times, and a guy followed me out to the elevator. Of course, you can't hear him on the elevator. He said, if Congressman Goodlatte helps you, he'll be living out in the Jefferson National Forest with you. So here, I came in here last night because I was run off March the 3rd of this year when these people, Shaw and Patel, bought it out. And they started remodeling. And it was deliberate what they did to me. I'm not allowed to say that back to them. But last night I came back here on awards. It was days that I had due me, free nights, from being here that 14 months. And where I was at least there, they had all the plaster, the glue out there on every side of me. It's like this hellish thing. If you can get the whole background, just tell that somebody can throw it aside and say, oh, she's a crazy lady. No, and I have never lied about any of it. But you could get the photographs out there, what was going on, and that's Shaw and Patel. So I came here. I thought Choice hotels, they wouldn't bother. Maybe I'd have the 20 days, 3 days due me. I came in for 3 days last Saturday. I came in 3 days later. Yesterday, the gas fumes start pouring out of the heating system, and I think I'm dying. And it makes my immune system attack itself, and it really damages over the years. I can hardly walk, or I've got inflammation, and all my body parts are just kidneys, liver, all of it, legs. The things I used the last year paralyzes me, and my back and my legs, and it feels like blood clots. And nobody do anything. It is the strangest thing. But here, last night, it's cold as heck here. Last night it was in the 20s. I'm in room 116. And I prayed. I thought, God, please let me have a night of rest, or this 20 days of rest. And maybe I can leave or try to leave again. Anyway, after the fumes started pouring in, it was dark. And I really passed out from it. I came to and the electricity had gone off. I called the office as Kim that checked me in, and she said, well, I was the only one that was out, and I'm going to make this short. I sit there, and I was doing the same thing then. I had done all this time. I'm pulling my things from one room to the other, and they don't tell what's behind it all. They'll just say that I'm complaining and none of this is happening, and I'm just, it's a joke that I have to take my few things I put together and lose again and drag them down the sidewalk or across the courtyard or whatever. So I'm doing this all night long, and she tells me that I could move in 120, and that's the only place room